going to look at multiplying rational numbers. When we're looking at multiplying, we need to remember that multiplication is the word of. That helps us remember that the question we're trying to answer is what's 1/2 of 3/4. When we're trying to figure this out, we want to draw a picture to help us. Let's start by drawing 3/4. No, this isn't the greatest picture. That means I split my whole into 4 pieces, and I have 3 pieces. So the shaded pieces represent the pieces that I have. Then, I'm asking what's 1/2 of that. So to figure that out, I need to split it into 2 pieces and select one of those 2 pieces that I split it into. That's this whole section here. And then I say, well, how many pieces do I have that are in that section? So I have 1, 2, 3 pieces out of 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces that make up the whole. Remember, I'm not counting these ones right here that are not shaded because they don't represent pieces that I have. Next, I look at the next question. Again, multiplication is that word of, and that's helping us see that the question is, what's 2/3 of 3/5? In order to figure this out, again, I go back to the drawing. I have my whole here. I'm going to split it into fifths because the question is saying if I have 3/5, then what's 2/3 of it? So I'm going to draw the 3/5 first. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to shade in 3 because I have 3 pieces. And then again, the question is what's 2/3 of it? So to figure that out, I have to split it into thirds. Then I'm going to select 2 of those thirds, not just 1, but 2 of them. And within that, I look at how many pieces do I have. Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. Only count the shaded ones. They're the only ones that are there. Out of how many pieces make up this whole rectangle? I can see there's 3 in each column here. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I have 6 there out of 15. Then we go to our next one. Again, multiplication is the word of. Helps us realize that we're answering the question, what's 1/3 of 2/3? Go back and we draw our picture again. So here's our one whole. We split it into thirds. We shade it so I have 3 pieces that make a whole, and I have 2 pieces that are there, and I've shaded those. Now to figure out what 1/3 of it is, I need to take those 2/3 and split them into thirds. And what's 1/3 of it? So I'll take 1/3 and select 1 out of the 3 sections. In that, there are 2 pieces out of how many make a whole. So I have 3 in each column, 3, 6, 9. Out of the 9 it takes to make that whole. Now I come over here to the table, and I start to record my problems and my products being the answer to a multiplication problem. I'm doing this in hopes of seeing a pattern so that I don't have to continue to draw the pictures. Drawing pictures for fractions is fine when the fractions are small, but as the fractions get bigger, that's not reasonable. So I saw for 1/2 times 3/4, which we had over here, we got the answer of 3/8. For the problem of 2/3 times 3/5, which is the second problem, we got a product of 6/15. For the third problem, which was 1/3 times 2/3, we got a product of 2/9. At this point, I have the students spend some time looking at the table, seeing, is there any pattern that you notice of how we could have come up with our numerator without drawing pictures, of how we could have come up with our denominator without drawing pictures, only to help us save time. It doesn't take long before the students can see that all we did was multiply the numerator times the numerator to get our new numerator, and our denominator times denominator to get our new denominator. So we see if this continues to work. 2 times 3 is 6, works there. 3 times 5 is 15, works there. 1 times 2 is 2, and 3 times 3 is 9. At this point we can see all you need to do to multiply fractions is multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. That helps us apply this skill to larger fractions so that we don't have to draw them to figure out what the product would be.